So you signed here, and obviously when you sign someplace you have the choice. The difference between when you first signed here in the beginning of the season to now, is there a major difference in what you see in this team?
No, not really. This is what I expected us to be. That's why I signed here. You know, I didn't sign an 8-year deal, so you know, my thought process was just going to happen quickly and playing well. We still got a long way to go this season, but right now we're playing well.
You know, you take a look at about 14 days ago where the team was to now, and obviously it's a big infusion of talent and different personalities. How, you know, you've been in the big leagues quite a while and you've seen turnover. How difficult is it for those guys to come in and it seems like seamlessly fit right in with this ball club?
I mean, the guys that they brought in all have good personalities and are easy to adapt. So I don't think it's too difficult for those guys. We didn't bring in rookies. We brought in guys that have been around a little bit. Juan's got 14, 15 years in the big leagues. Kelly's got 10. So it's not guys that necessarily are new around the block.
And with those guys that you brought in, there's also a nice mix of young kids. Wilma Flores, you know, Conforto, and Terry singled you out and said you walk in the clubhouse and you'll see you sitting with a Conforto. What does this little run and this playoff, you know, push mean for a young player's development?
Well, it means a lot. First of all, it gets them playoff level experience. I mean, obviously we're not in the playoffs yet, but it gets pennant race. You know, it gets that experience. I remember when I was 22 years old, came to the big leagues. 23 years old, I was in the ALCS and the ALDS. So, you know, I think that experience is invaluable to a young player just to go through it.
Another thing that everyone's mentioned is now the energy in the ballpark. All of a sudden, it changed from that Wednesday night, you know, where it was a little, people were down on the team, to this run where there's excitement in the building. What is that like? Do you guys actually feed off of that?
Feed off of it? I don't know. I don't know if the performance directly goes to it, but it's definitely fun. There's no question about that. Being able to see the fans cheering for you, pack out the house, and you know, I know being a visiting player coming into a hostile situation much such as this, it's tough to play.
And lastly, obviously the other night with the stolen base, the way you popped up, you know, a lot of us collectively held our breath when you slid in, but feeling good, everything good?
Yeah, it feels good, knee's fine, and you know, the way I look at it is either you can or you can't play. And if you can play, you better be able to go out there and do your job. And you know, that's the way I look at it.
Thanks, Mike.